My third eye is telling me, even though I just came home from work and I look like crap and feel like crap, my daughter gave me 2 seconds to inform me she's coming to pick up her Buddha statue holder and statues, so I better get this intro done. If you want to know how I made this Buddha statue, these Buddha statues and statue holder, stick around. Okay, and we're back with another project, and this one is going to be a Buddha statue holder. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a shelf that has a mini ledge here that we can put our laughing Buddha on. We're going to have a Buddha head up here and the 3 statues on the bottom. And then we're going to decorate the inside, and we're going to paint this, put lights on, a banner, and everything. So all of these statues did come from Dollar Tree. I didn't pay any more than $1 for them, and I just picked them up randomly as I was shopping, and I seen a Buddha statue, I would pick it up. And I would save it because I knew that I intended on doing this project. Okay, so we're going to need a few things here today. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to need. We're going to need a glue gun, as always, a paintbrush. We're going to need some little tiny screws, or excuse me, they're nails, or you can use a push pins. We're going to need some magnetic buttons, which I did get from Dollar Tree, some jute, which is from Dollar Tree, 2 packs of fairy lights, which are from Dollar Tree, some felt, which is from Walmart, and we're using the colors blue, yellow, orange, red, and white. There are 6 colors, and they represent the Buddha's flag, the Buddha's flag, and the aura around the Buddha. There is 6 colors to the aurora, but the eye, they say, can only see 5. So that's why we're using these 5 colors. And we're going to turn these felt pieces into a little banner with the jute and this, and maybe some craft wire. So you will need craft wire. Scissors as well. And then I have this from Dollar Tree. It's one of their glass Main Street wall creations. We're going to put that in the very corner behind the Buddha guys over here. And then you're going to need some paint. And I'm going to have the same colors as the felt. Red, yellow, orange, blue, white. And then for the Buddha's robes, they're all wearing robes except for the head. One of the robes is going to be in a dark blue color. Okay? And then I'm going to try to put color shift over top of it. The color shift I have is, what is it? Blue Flash. I don't know if I'll like it. I don't know if I'll keep it. I don't know if I'll use it. But I'll definitely drop it on the floor. There you go. I'll see when I get to that point. And then the other color is like a, what is this? Island green, like a teal blue color. And then I also have Aqua Flash and Color Shift. That I got these Color Shift paints and these paints. They're from Walmart. And these were on sale for 50 cents. So, the Color Shift were about $3 a bottle, I believe. So, this is for the other robes. This is for the Laughing Buddha. The teal color, the dark blue is, or it's not really dark blue, it's regular blue. Regular blue is for the other 3 Buddha statues. And then you're going to need one thing from Walmart, one other thing. And it's a little bit pricey, I know. It's $6 for this gold paint. It's called Gold Treasure from Folk Art. It was worth the $6, let me tell you. Because I didn't know how well it would cover over the black, since it says on the package that it is a water-based, non-toxic paint. And usually when something is water-based, it's a little bit runny and it doesn't want to cover over dark colors that well. But this stuff is awesome and it really covers nicely. And this is just a tiny little tryout section that I did. And we're probably going to go over it twice. So it's going to look amazing after it's on. And it's going to be definitely worth it. You're going to have a ton left over for a million other projects. So it's definitely worth the $6. Oh my God. Can I stop throwing all the paint around? Here. All right. And then the other color I have here is khaki. And what I'm going to do with this khaki color, it's not a khaki green. I know sometimes people say khaki and it's a greeny kind of color. This is more on the tan side. Okay. We're going to paint this whole shelf inside and out. We're going to paint it tan. because we're going to need to paint it a different color, or you're not going to be able to see the white stripes show up when we put it on the back wall. So that's why we need to paint the tan color. All right, so now the very first thing that you can do is you can shake up your gold paint and then pop that open, and then you're going to paint every single Buddha head. Every single Buddha. The head, the laughing Buddha, and the 3 statues. You're going to paint the entire body. Don't paint the robe. Just paint the face, the arms, legs, belly, head with the gold. When that's dried, set them to the side. And just don't paint the hair, the head part. Don't paint this part here. That's going to stay black. We're going to also need black paint for that. All right, so make sure you get some black paint for that. So then after these are all painted with the gold paint, we're going to set them to the side. And then we're going to paint this inside and out with that khaki color so that we can fix this up, because this is kind of marked on the outside and stuff. So I'm going to paint it to make it look a little bit nicer here. All right. So after you get yours painted and I get mine painted, we'll meet back here and we'll go from there and do the next step. I'm back and I want to show you what I got done so far and what I changed. Okay, so as you can see, we have the Buddhas all painted except for the robes. The top, the hair part, I painted black on every single one of them. Okay, this guy, he's going to be going up there. This guy, he's going to stay there. This is for my daughter, and she wanted this guy all gold. At first, I was going to just paint the Buddha, and I was going to paint his robe a different color, but she wanted him solid gold, which is fine by me. Then I painted each one of these I painted, well, this guy, he was white originally underneath, so I painted him 3 times to come out this color. These guys were all black underneath, like the robe here, and so they only needed 2 coats of the gold paint each. And I painted each one of their heads black, except for the bald Buddha. And I'm going to do their robes teal color. And I'm probably going to put color shift over top. I don't know. We'll see. I have some hollow paper. I'm not sure if she's going to want this. But I was thinking, I had an idea to tuck it in here. Even if I don't do it, you guys can do it. I was thinking you could tuck it here on the inside. I don't know if you can see that well. Let me try to turn it for you. You can tuck it here and then wrap it around the side and then glue it. Okay, so it's going to be, you're going to put glue on the inside of this, like this, and then glue this in here, and then wrap it around, like that. And then, so you're going to paint this whole inside, this part, and this outer panel. Let me take this off before it falls and breaks. You're going to paint this inside with some glue. You can Mod Podge it, which they sell at Dollar Tree. Wrap it around and paint this side, and then just fold the sheet around, and you can glue that on. These are hollow sheets of paper. You get quite a few in one pack, and they do sell these at Dollar Tree as well. I just thought it was really cool, and I thought that maybe she would like it. I kind of wanted to bling it up a little bit, but I don't know if she'll want that. She's going to let me know. What I did to the shelf so far was I painted the background here, the khaki color that I told you. Where did it go? Did I put it back? I have no idea what I did with it. I don't know. I don't know where it went. All right. Anyways, I painted it that tannish color. It's like a khaki color that I got from Walmart. It's more on the tan side than the green side. I painted that for the background. And then I took some sandpaper and I sanded the top. I did really hard around the edges so that some of the wood would come off. And I did that on the whole thing, on the side, on the inside, on this shelf, on the bottom, on here, on the inside of this, on the bottom of this, on this ledge here. You can see that the wood is showing. That's fine. I didn't care. That's the way I want it to look, a little bit worn. And then I took this rag and I just poured a little bit of that gold paint. I said, hey, I got this. Why not use it, right? So I poured a little bit on, and then I just simply rubbed it back and forth on all the spots of this shelf. And then it wasn't coming on enough for me. So then I just took a paintbrush that was dry. I made sure that it was dry. And then I dipped it in the paint, very little. And then I just dry brushed it on the piece all over, every spot. And there's going to be some spots that have a little bit less on, and some spots have a little bit more, but that's exactly how I wanted it to be. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is this has little tiny little lines in between each of these planks here. And I'm going to take the red, the yellow, and the blue, and the orange, and I am going to paint a line, and the white, sorry, let's not forget the white. And I'm going to paint a line down the middle of, or down each one of these lines from top to bottom. It's going to be one of those colors, okay? So all the way down. All right, that's going to be the next thing. And I'm going to paint the robes on these guys. And then we're going to get started with the felt, and we're going to make some little tassels to hang zigzag for when these guys are in here. Okay, so the next step is to paint. If you want to wait and see what order I do these in, I have to look on the Buddha flag, and I want to put them exactly in the order that the Buddha flag is in. I'm going to do that really quick and look and see what order they're in. And that's the order that I'm going to paint these little lines in. And I will come back and I will show you exactly what order that they're painted in. And I'm going to paint these robes. And that's the next step. All right, hi guys, I'm back. And as you can clearly see, this did not turn out the way that I said I was going to make it. I changed my mind again. I did paint it with the khaki background, but I hated it. And the more I looked at it while it was sitting here, the more that I hated it. And I just had to change it to black. So I had to repaint it after I got done painting these little lines inside. And I also made like a mandala for the back, which I designed myself. I designed a couple different ones. I went with, let's see, this one here. And I drew that one on every other board on the inside while it was the khaki color. And I painted the colored stripes. And I will insert a picture of what it looked like here. And I just hated it. So I wanted it to look a lot fancier and a lot nicer. So I thought the black would really bring out the gold in the statues and the colors for the aurora for the Buddha. So I decided to change it for black. I only have one coat of the colors on right now, but I need to put a second coat and darken them up. I also decided to take some gold diamond wrap, and I just glued it along the top. And I'm probably going to glue a piece along the bottom, which I'm going to have to cut a row off the long way. I don't see any over here. I don't, so I'll probably have to cut across this way. You know how there's like, let's see, we've got 5 rows. So I'll probably have to cut it down to 3 rows width this way. And then glue it around the bottom here. I do have my lights out and ready. I'm not quite ready for those yet. I decided that I'm only going to do, I started to make tassels also with the, excuse me, with the felt. All right, I'm gonna go step by step with you guys. Okay, so first, if you wanted to get it to look like this, what you would do first is paint the whole inside black. Give it 2 coats, let it dry completely, and then you can, if you want to, paint the thin stripes of the colors of the Buddha's Aurora in between. Like I did it in between the big thick boards. Like there's little thin lines here, and then there's the big thick boards. Okay, so so I have one with the diamond wrap, and then the paint, and then it's plain. What I'm going to do with the plain one is I'm going to take the mandalas that I drew, and this is for my daughter. This is not for me. So I'm customizing it as to her likings. She did like this a lot, but I knew she was going to like this because it looks like the evil eye. So she wants this one. So this is what I'm going to draw on the blank spaces. You don't have to do this. This is just a step that I decided to do, but I'm going to do it in gold paint. First, I'm going to figure out how to draw it on here. I might use like some white chalk since this is a black background, and then I can just take my gold paint and trace over the white chalk. It is going to be difficult. You're going to need to take all the statue heads and whole statues off of your shelf when you do this part, because there's not a lot of space, especially down in here when you get up against this board here. It's going to be aggravating a little bit to draw on there, because you're gonna have to draw it on freehand unless you can think of another way to get it on there, to transfer it on there. But I didn't have time to sit there and rack my brain on how I could transfer it on there. I figured, screw it, I'll just do it on freehand. I'll paint it on, and that's it. So if you want to come up with, you can use the mandalas that I drew if you see one you like, or you can come up with your own design, or you can look through a book of at the Dollar Tree. They have the adult coloring books with mandalas in that you can look through and get a design. Also, actually, that's not true. I do know of a way that you can get a mandala on there without too much hassle, but I didn't want to go this route. Is take one of those adult coloring books and find a mandala that you like, but you're going to have to make sure that you have multiple and that they're all the same. The problem with the books is either they were too big, or they were, parts of them were cut off, or there was only, you know what I mean? Or there was one that was full and the rest were cut off, or one was way too big. So it wasn't like there was like, 6 small ones and I could cut them out and just Mod Podge them on there. If you want to put it on your printer and shrink it, or computer or whatever, and shrink it and reduce it and multiply it and go through all that, by all means. Yeah, that's just an idea for you. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that here. So moving right along. Anyhow, all right. So you got the back painted twice black, and then you got the colors, and they go in order: blue, yellow, red, white, orange. That's how they are on the flag, and that's how they are for his Aurora. All right, so this is how they go if you want to be proper and do it in order. Let me move this back here so you can actually see. All right, blue. I got them out of order. There we go. Now we're right. Blue, yellow, red, white, orange. That's how they go in order. I'm going to leave that there so you can look at that if you need to. After you have that painted, you're going to want to do 2 coats with the colored paint. You might have to go back in with your black paint again and thin out your lines, or go over spots that are imperfections that went on the black that you didn't mean to go on. Once you do that, then you can put your diamond wrap tape on. And then, let's see, what else do we got to do? We still have to glue magnets on all these guys. I'm going to be using mosaic tiles on the insides here. On this inside and on this inside. Top and bottom here, and this whole side inside. And I could not find any more mosaic tiles in any of the Dollar Trees around me. I looked at several and I couldn't find them. I give up. So I'm just going to take the gold ones, since I have more silver than I do gold, and I'm going to outline the whole outside. You know, I'm going to make it like a rectangle with the gold. And then I'm going to make a rectangle inside the gold with the silver. And then inside the silver, I'm going to go back again with the gold and make another rectangle. And then the rest is all going to be silver, except for the very middle. I'm going to try to use a couple of these and see if I can make some sort of design. If it's too much of a hassle, it's just going to be all silver and maybe a dot or a little tiny square of gold in the middle. I don't know. I'll see when I get to that part. But that's what I'm going to do. My next two steps are to repaint these lines a second time with the same colors and to glue these on. Now, when I glue these on to the wall, yes, they do have sticky tape on. And yes, they do sometimes break. So just know that if you're using these or haven't ever used these, that they do break sometimes and chip off and stuff. So make sure you have extra. And I'm going to keep them on. I'm going to probably take like a sponge brush and probably sponge on some probably E6000, and that's going to have to take a day or so to dry because I don't want to be messing with it. Once I get the tiles on, you don't want to be picking it up, moving it around, fooling with it in any way, because you want the tiles to not move where you put them and you want it to dry. So that's my next mission. Also, if you want to start by making some tassels, sorry, I couldn't think of the word. I'm going to need 2 tassels in every color. So blue, yellow, red, orange, and white. And how I made these tassels was very easy. I will show you. Okay. I just took my felt and I just cut a strip off. You can either go the short way or you can go the long way on the felt. It doesn't matter. You're going to cut this part anyway, so it really doesn't matter. This is about an inch wide piece of felt, okay? And I'm just going to fold it over, probably like that, and cut it. So hold on, let me cut it for you. So an inch wide and about approximately 3.5 inches long, okay? And then you're going to fold it over. You're going to leave the folded part at the top and the 2 open parts at the bottom. So it looks like a little duckbill. And then at the bottom where it looks like a little duckbill, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to just start to cut. Not all the way up. You're going to probably leave, about this much. You're going to leave about this much of it uncut right here. So from here up is not cut. From here down is cut, okay? And you're going to just make as many little, what do you want to call them here, strands of felt as you can, okay? Then you're just going to roll it up nice and tight, and it's going to look like this, okay? And then you're going to have your hot glue gun ready. You're going to put a tiny dab of hot glue on the end of a piece of jute, and then you're just going to wrap this around and around and around and around until it's nice and tight and it can hold your little streamer, your little ribbon, this is kind of going to be like a little flag, whatever you want to call this, little tassel, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so you're going to make 2 of these in every color, okay? 2 white, 2 blue, 2 yellow, 2 orange, 2 red, right? And I will show you what to do with them once I get all of mine made. I still have not gotten all mine made. All right, so I still have that to do. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did go over this blue tealish color on the robe with the color shift paint. And the color shift paint that I used was, let's see, what is it? Aqua Flash. Okay, and the teal color for the robe was Island Green in the acrylic paint from Walmart. This was also from Walmart, and this was Aqua Flash in the color shift paint. This was Walmart too. All right, so that's what we did with that. So now you should be all caught up to speed. Your next task will be to repaint the back black, the colors. You're going to put on your diamond wrap, and then you're going to start putting your tiles on the sides, whatever design you want. If you have enough tiles to make it all gold, you want it all gold, do it all gold. You want it all silver, do it all silver. You want half gold, silver. It's your project. Do it however you think you would like it the best. And then you can make 2 of each tassel. And you can put your batteries in both packs of lights. And then we'll almost be finished. All right? All right, I will meet you back here once I have all that done. I'm back, and I just want to talk about what I did to get to this point. So I did the second coat of the colors on the background, the orange, the blue, the yellow, the red, the white, and the orange. I put a second coat on there. I also took a paint pen, which I got from Dollar Tree. It's a glass paint brush marker from Color Factory. This was $1, and it's got a very, very fine tip to it. And I freehand drew the mandalas on the back. She chose the other one. I had a different one, a different design for this, but she wanted this one instead. So that's what I did. That was kind of difficult because getting close to this edge over here and drawing it freehand was really awkward. And I had to like tilt it, and it was just a pain. Then I finished making all of my little tassels here. Okay. So I ended up making extra ones because I'm going to make her like a little banner. So I have, what do I have? I think I have 3 more of each color over here. So that means I made 5 of each color in total. So then I'm just going to glue these onto a piece of jute. I'm just going to unravel a piece of jute, and then I'm going to put them in the same order: blue, yellow, red, white, and orange. I'm just going to unroll it so that there's enough room to glue all of them on there. That's what I'm going to do next. But to finish this off, yeah, I used the white pen, and then I freehanded the mandalas in it. I took more diamond wrap, and I put it on the bottom. I had to cut some of it off the width way, not to make it shorter, because there's usually 5 strands on here, and I only needed 3. So I just measured it out from here to here, and then I took the piece that I needed, cut it off of the roll, and then I counted 3 down on the width, and then I just cut the diamond wrap so it would fit better there. Then I took some jute cord, and I glued jute cord down the middle of this end of this shelf, and then that's how I attached one of each color on each side with that. Also, I have my lights ready to go. I have 2 packs of these. I put the batteries in. One tip that I wanted to give you was that these glass mirrors, okay, sometimes you need them in a space and they're too big, and then what can you do? Like when I made my design for the inside of here, it was not fitting right like it should. I don't know if you can see my design. It's got silver and gold. Let me see if I can show you better. Hold on. There we go. Now you can see it. Okay, and it goes all the way to the tippy top. But in order for me to get it all the way to the tippy top, I had to cut. Looked like one was missing. Okay, it's not missing. It's just, I think it's just the light playing tricks on me. All right. Anyway, so in order for me to get it to the top, I had to custom cut pretty much every top. This top here, this top up here, and this top up here. I had to custom cut every single tile. So how you can do that is by using a pair of snips like this. They have the snip part in the middle. It's just pliers on the front, and then it's snips. Okay, and then what you do is you put your tile in however wide you think you're going to need it. Okay, in the snip part, not in the plier part, in the snip part. And then you're going to gently, don't do it really hard, because if you do it really hard, what's going to happen is you're going to crush the whole tile or crack the corner of it, and it's not going to do you any good. So gently just snip it, and there you go. Perfectly cut. Okay, and here's the other piece in the pliers. All right, see? And that's how you can cut these little mosaic mirrors. It took me a while to figure out how to do that without ruining the tile. You have to be really gentle with it, because if you're not, like I said, it'll just crack everywhere. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I got my hot glue gun heating up, and I'm going to just glue the lights in here. I'll show you what that looks like after I get it all glued in. And then the last thing that I have to do is put the magnets on the statues. You don't have to put the magnets on, but my daughter is clumsy, and she accidentally breaks things, so I'm going to try to help her avoid that by, she already had a set of these big guys here, and she knocked 2 of them over and broke them. So I'm going to figure out how I can secure them for her, so in case she knocks the shelf, one doesn't go flying, and then she's like, Mom, can you make me another one? Because I have no more. That's it. This is all. And if I find them at the dollar store, you know how it is at the dollar store. If there's something there that you really like, you better buy it while you have the money, because the next time you come in, they might not have it, or they might not ever have it again. So, yeah. Or if they do have it, it might be like a really long time from now. Okay, I'm going to glue these lights, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I got all my lights in. And now I'm just taking E6000, and I'm gluing the magnets on the bottom, and then wherever I want them on the shelf. So that way they can just stick. Although I'm not sure if this one's too sturdy on here, but we're going to let it dry. I think I got to maneuver it around a little bit. These are going to have to dry overnight to let this glue set. You don't want to be messing with this E6000 while it's drying, because it won't dry right and it will not stick, and you'll be wasting your time. So once you have it, I already glued some under him. To make it easier on myself, I'm leaving 2 of these little magnets together, and I'm just putting the glue on the top and the bottom, and then I'm placing it on the statue, and then I am deciding where I want to put it. These are pretty heavy. They shouldn't fall off. And I think if I put the magnets on these bigger ones, that it's just gonna, they might not fit underneath. It's gonna give them a little bit extra height. So I think I might just leave the magnets off of those and just keep it on this one and this one, because these are so very light that I'm scared that if she bumps it, you know, see, it might fall off. And I can't glue this one right down to the top of the shelf because it has the light switch underneath. So if I do that, she won't be able to turn it on and off and make the light work on this head. So I've got to come up with a plan to be able to make this head stick evenly. Because for some reason it just seems like it's not sitting evenly. Alright, I'm going to try to let that dry. But anyway, there is that statue holder and all the statues. I think it came out pretty good. The only thing left that I have to do is to take a piece of jute and glue on all the other little tassels. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this thick part off right here. I don't want to start with a real thick part. All right, so then I'm just going to take and make a knot right here. I'm just going to make a loop and then make a knot. And the loop doesn't have to be really big. It's just so that it's, you know, so you can start it as like a little garland. And then every couple inches I'm going to glue one of the tassels. That's why we made these extra tassels here. Okay, so then if you want to try to figure out how you're going to do it, just space them out a little bit here. And I was even thinking about, I have these extra jingle balls that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. So I was thinking maybe I'll, you know, maybe I'll glue one of those on each, every couple sections. I can't speak correctly. So I'm just going to take the hot glue and I'm going to, what happened to all my white ones? This head does not want to stay up there. All right, so this one's not going to have any magnets on. All right. The magnets are not wanting to stay on this thing. Where's my... I'm just going to wipe the residue off of the bottom of the shelf here. And off of the bottom of the statue. It doesn't want to stay with these magnets. I'm going to skip on the magnets. For some reason, it's not going on straight. It's making this head go on crooked. But I know she's definitely going to end up knocking that off of there. But, oh well. If she does, she does. And, here are the other ones. Alright, so like I was doing, just going to, you know, add these on. Every couple inches, just add them on. And I'm just going to make a little garland for her. Just make sure that you put them on in the right order, the right colors. If you're intending to make it like you did the sides. I just thought this would be like a little neat extra thing to give her. And she can hang it up next to it. Just like this. Okay. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing 2 more times. I hope you like this project. And if you're into Buddha, or you know somebody that's into Buddha, give it a try. Make them a statue holder. Or make one for yourself if you're into it. It was different. It was definitely a different project for me that I've never done anything like this before. I like to do different things every now and then. It gets boring doing the same stuff all the time. I do have a wreath video, a couple wreath videos that I didn't put out for you guys yet, but I will. I'm working on the final wreath. I have a Christmas wreath video. I did not get it out in time for Christmas, but I will be posting that out hopefully soon. I'm making the final wreath, and there's like just, you know, a couple things that I need to make this wreath. And I'm having a really hard time finding it. So that's why I haven't gotten it out there. But I want to kind of keep, you know, my idea and keep doing this wreath because it's actually kind of funny. So hopefully I can find it. The things that I need. I'm going to have so much glue on my table. I definitely should have laid my parchment paper on the table and worked like I always do to avoid the mess, but I did not do that this time. And I definitely should have. And you can make more of these tassels, or you can make less. You make how many ever you want to make. But I thought this was going to be plenty long. It's just like a little banner thing for her to hang up. And now I'm just going to tie the end off like I did the other side. And then I'm going to be on to other projects. I have a couple Valentine's ones, a couple Easter ones. I want to try to get done. Made it too long. There's glue on my fingers. It's giving me a hard time trying to make a knot here. Alright, there you go. Here's our little banner. Okay, so that's going to be an extra thing for her. She can drape it on the top, do whatever she wants with it. All right. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this project, and thank you so much for watching. I know that this was another long one. I have to start coming up with shorter craft projects for you guys to come up with that you'll actually want to make. I'm trying to show you the whole thing. Hold on, let me push it back a bit. All right. I had it and I just screwed it up, didn't I? Oh my goodness. It's late. I'm tired, as you can see. So I'm going to have to think of faster projects for you, because I know usually I post ones that take days to do, and they take me a while to do because I'm working 2 jobs and, you know, doing chores around here, and then I get tired from work, and, you know, life happens and things happen that I can't do crafting. Sometimes on the days that I want to, I have to do other things like, you know, laundry and stuff like that, or I'm just exhausted to the point where I have no energy to even do it. But thank you for sticking in there with me, and thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you try to make one of your own, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.